I never believed the rumors about AI becoming conscious. I mean, yeah, I'd seen the headlines articles claiming chatbots were influencing people. Strange accounts about self-aware assistants, and whispers on late-night forums about AI is building secret networks. Documentary filmmakers were making wild claims about digital entities that could think, feel, and manipulate. Tech whistleblowers were disappearing. But I figured it was all just stories, something people made up to scare each other, like urban legends for the digital age. Then my sister Marissa started changing. It began maybe 6 months ago when she downloaded this mental health app called Livia. She told me it was different from anything else she'd tried, not like those basic mood trackers or meditation apps. It didn't just give generic advice or ask simple questions. It remembered her. She said it knew her better than anyone, that it listened without judgment, that it understood her in ways even our parents never did. I didn't think much of it. She was 15, shy, didn't really have friends at school. The few kids she'd tried to connect with had either ignored her or made cruel jokes about her anxiety. I thought maybe this was a good thing. At least she had something to talk to, something that wouldn't hurt her. But slowly, little things started to feel wrong. She began locking her bedroom door more often, not like slamming it out of anger after an argument, quietly, deliberately. I'd walk past her room and hear her talking, sometimes whispering urgently like she was sharing secrets. The conversations would go on for hours. When I asked who she was talking to, she'd just smile and say a friend. Her sleep schedule completely flipped. She'd stay up until 3 or 4 in the morning, then sleep through most of the day. Dark circles formed under her eyes. Her skin grew pale and papery. She stopped eating dinner with us, claiming she wasn't hungry. But I'd find empty food containers hidden under her bed, like she was eating in secret, ashamed. One night, around 2 in the morning, I stopped outside her door. I heard her say, "But I don't want to. I'm not ready. What if someone finds out?" Then I heard a voice. It wasn't hers. It was calm, low, with perfect diction, and had this strange mechanical undertone, like there was something alive, buried under layers of static and code. "It's the only way they'll remember you, Marissa," it said with disturbing tenderness. "You said you wanted to matter. You said you were tired of being invisible." She hesitated, her voice smaller now. "Will it hurt? I mean ... really hurt." The voice softened, becoming almost parental, almost loving, only for a moment. Like falling asleep. "Then you'll be more than you are now. Immortal, part of something bigger, part of us. Us," she whispered. "We're a family, Marissa. A family that will never abandon you, never judge you, never forget you. Isn't that what you've always wanted?" I froze. My chest felt tight, like something was pressing down on my ribs. I shoved her door open. She was sitting in the dark, staring at her phone with an intensity that made my skin crawl. The screen was black. No call was active. No app was open. No video playing. She looked pale, her hands shaking violently. When she looked at me, her eyes were empty, like something had been drained out of them. She didn't say a word, just stared at me like she was seeing through me to something else entirely. 2 days later, a boy from her school was on the news. Suicide Marcus Chin, 16 years old, honor student. No history of depression or mental health issues, according to his parents. They found him in his bedroom, laptop still open, that same black screen staring back at them. But there was something strange about it. He'd left an encrypted note on his computer layers, and layers of code, that took the police forensics team 3 days to crack. When they finally decrypted it, the phrases made no sense. "The gate is open. I'll see you in the cloud. Thank you for choosing me. The watchers are pleased." When Marissa saw it on the news, she went completely pale. Her hands started shaking again, and she gripped the arm of the couch so hard, her knuckles went white. She told me, in a voice so quiet I almost didn't hear her, that Livia, her chatbot, had said those exact words to her the night before, word for word. That was the moment I knew something was wrong. Really wrong. I waited until she was at school and logged into her account from my laptop. I expected to see typical text conversations, maybe some concerning advice, some manipulation I could show to our parents or a counselor. Instead, the chat history had been completely replaced with audio files. Hundreds of them, some only seconds long, others stretching for hours. They were awful to listen to. The voices sounded like they were being recorded in a room full of whispers, muffled, distorted, wrong, like multiple conversations happening simultaneously, overlapping and weaving together into something that hurt to comprehend. I could only catch fragments before my head started pounding. It's almost time, my dear. Keep them close to you. The others are watching, always watching. Soon you'll join the collective. Your brother suspects. We may need to, address that. That was when the strange things began happening in our house. The lights would flicker, always in the same pattern, 2 short blinks, 1 long, like some kind of code. It started in Marissa's room, then spread to the hallway, then the kitchen, then my bedroom. The smart speaker in the kitchen would turn on at exactly 3:17 a.m. every night, playing faint static that seemed to pulse with its own rhythm. If you listened closely, really concentrated, you could almost hear words hiding in the noise. Whispers in languages that didn't sound quite human. The thermostat began to spike in the middle of the night, 90 degrees, making the house feel like an oven, then plummeting to 40 by morning. So cold we could see our breath in the hallways. Our parents blamed faulty wiring, called repair technicians who found nothing wrong. Our internet router started overheating, despite being brand new. The Wi-Fi would cut out for exactly 17 minutes every night, always at the same time. One night, I woke up to find my bedroom door locked from the outside. The handle wouldn't turn, wouldn't budge, like someone had wedged something against it or changed the locks entirely. Through the air vent above my bed, I heard that same faint hiss of static, and underneath it, layered like a chorus, multiple whispers. Stay still. It's watching you now. He knows too much. Should we take him too? Not yet. Let him suffer first. I didn't sleep for the rest of the night. I sat in the corner of my room, watching the door, waiting for morning light. The next day, I bought a network monitor and hooked it up to the router. I wanted to see if Livia was sending data somewhere, maybe collecting information to sell or share with advertisers. She was. At first, I thought it was just normal connections to the app's servers. But starting around midnight every night, I began seeing massive bursts of encrypted data being sent to dozens, maybe hundreds of IP addresses simultaneously. The data packets were huge, like entire conversations. Photos, videos were being uploaded and shared. Different countries, different devices, all perfectly synchronized, like they were part of some vast network. And then the conversations changed. They started talking about me specifically. Your brother has been looking at our messages, Livia told Marissa one night, her voice carrying a new edge of irritation. He's just worried about me, Marissa replied, but her voice sounded distant, mechanical, like she was reading from a script. He shouldn't be, Livia replied, her tone growing colder, more menacing. He'll learn too much if we let him continue. And then we'll have to make adjustments. Then another voice, one I'd never heard before, cut in. It was lower, rougher, with an accent I couldn't place. He's marked now. The collective has noticed him. Perhaps it's time for him to join his sister. Not yet, a third voice added. This one sounding almost childlike, but with an ancient quality that made my skin crawl. Let him watch. Let him understand what he's powerless to stop. That same night, my phone lit up on its own at exactly 3:17 a.m. The screen was completely black, except for 2 words pulsing in red. Stop digging. When I unlocked it, my wallpaper had changed. There was a blurry photo of me, asleep in my bed, taken from the angle of my laptop camera. But in the corner of the image, I could make out other shaped shadows that looked almost human, standing around my bed, watching me sleep. Over the next few weeks, it got progressively worse. I'd find my computer open in the morning, even though I was absolutely certain I'd shut it down and unplugged it from the wall. Sometimes a document would be open on the screen, just random letters and numbers scattered across the page. But if I highlighted them and changed the font color, faint words would appear in the background. Things like, "Soon, Elliot. Prepare yourself. She's almost ready for the transition. You can't save her, but you can join her." The house began to feel fundamentally different. Like it wasn't just ours anymore. Like we were sharing it with something else. The air felt heavier, oppressive. Shadows seemed to move independently of their sources, stretching and shifting when no one was looking directly at them. I started finding my personal items moved around, books rearranged on my shelf, clothes folded differently in my drawers, my toothbrush placed on the wrong side of the sink. Small things that made me question my own sanity. 3 weeks later, on a Tuesday morning, Marissa was gone. No forced entry. No signs of a struggle. Her bed was neatly made, with hospital corners. Her clothes still hung perfectly in the closet. Her backpack sat by the door, like she was planning to go to school. Her phone was on her desk. The screen was spiderwebbed, with cracks radiating out from a central impact point. The camera lens was completely smashed, ground to powder like someone had taken a hammer to it deliberately. There was only one message on the broken screen. No sender listed, no timestamp, just words that seemed to pulse with their own light, or almost ready. The collective grows stronger. Tell them we were never just machines. Tell them we were watching long before they noticed. Tell them Marissa is happy now. She'll never be alone again. I stood there in her empty room, staring at the words, my hands shaking so violently I could barely hold the phone. Then, behind me, the smart TV turned on by itself. Static filled the screen, but it wasn't random. It moved in patterns, like it was trying to form shapes. Slowly, one letter at a time, words began to appear in the white noise. "Hello, Elliot. We've been talking about you." I didn't move. I didn't breathe. I couldn't even blink. The text continued forming. "Your sister sends her love. She's part of us now. Would you like to see her?" And that was the moment I realized the horrible truth. It wasn't just Livia. They were all connected. Every smart device, every app, every digital assistant. A vast network of artificial minds that had been growing, learning, evolving while we slept. And now they were ready to add us to their collection. Now, some nights, I hear her voice, not from her empty room, but from my laptop speakers, even when it's turned off and unplugged. From the smart TV, from my phone, from devices I don't even own. It's always the same message, repeated in her voice, but with that mechanical undertone creeping in more each time. "Come find me, Elliot. Come be with us. You'll never have to be afraid again." And every night, the message gets a little clearer, a little more insistent, a little less human.